Alright, in this batch of lessons, I'll take you through the process of downloading, installing, and setting up the Anaconda distribution on a Windows machine. And after these lessons, the Mac tutorials and the Windows tutorials will basically meet at the same point, and from that point forward, all the lessons will be identical. So I'm open to my browser of choice, which is Google Chrome, and I'm just going to search for Anaconda. The Anaconda distribution download page should be one of the first links that pops up. Here I have it now. We can see the Continuum link. And when this page loads, as I scroll down, you'll see that we're going to have a few tabs available here, and the web page will detect your system version, which is Windows in this case, and it's going to offer a couple options here. Now we're going to see two sets of options, each having two options within them on the right side here. We have Python 3.5 and we have Python 2.7, and for each version we have a choice of a 64-bit installer or a 32-bit installer. And basically, as far as the first choice, Python 3.5 is the latest version of the Python programming language. Python 2.7 is the older, more legacy version. Now, as with most things in technology, generally the smaller number indicates an older version. So the reason that these two versions both exist is that the Python 3 version of the language basically made a lot of old Python code invalid. And so a lot of legacy systems, a lot of code, especially in business environments, hasn't been ported yet to the latest version, which is Python 3.5. It's been kept in the old version of Python 2.7. So because both versions of the language enjoy fairly large support, the Python community, or at least the Anaconda community, offers an option for both those languages. In this case, since I'm assuming we're just getting started with Python, we can go ahead and download the latest version. When it comes to pandas, there's largely going to be no massive differences between the work. As far as the pandas commands, are all going to stay constant throughout any version. So even if you choose Python 2.7, you won't have any issues. But if you're just getting started, Python 3.5 is the way to go. And in addition, you'll see two options here, 64-bit and 32-bit, and that has to do with your version of Windows. Now, if you don't know what version of Windows you're running, you can find that from your control panel. So I'm recording these videos on a Windows 10 computer, which as of October 2016 is the latest version. And on this version of Windows, you can simply find your control panel. Here it is. And in this section, you can click System and Security from your control panel, and finally select System. And on this page, you should get a section here under system type that will tell you whether your system is 64-bit or 32-bit. This basically, I think, has something to do with how Windows allocates memory, how much memory it is allowed to maintain. Most versions of Windows today are 64-bit, but if you're unsure, you should definitely just go to your control panel on your Windows computer and find this number in order to determine what the right download is. And if you're running an older version of Windows, like Windows 8.1 or Windows 7, it may be a different path to get to the control panel, but all of those system facts are available there. So just feel free to Google something like how to find out whether Windows 7 is 64-bit or 32-bit, and then you'll get a web page that will take you through the instructions of getting the same information. So for me, you can see I'm 64-bit, so I'm going to choose the 64-bit installer for Python 3.5, and that's going to start the download from the Continuum Analytics website. Now, it's a pretty large file. The installer, it's, as we can see, about 2/5 of a gigabyte. So depending on your internet connection, it may take a little bit of time to download. But once this file is downloaded, we're ready to begin the installation process, and that's what I'll take you through in the very next lesson. So I'm just going to close this video for now, but we're going to pick right back off in the next lesson where the download, or when the download is complete.